big boy in your life. I don't want your body, need your body. As long as you got me, you won't need nobody. Be quiet. Hello. Okay, this is fine. Let us get started. Guys, let me tell you, I haven't started recording. I haven't started anything, but I'm already like sweating because of these lights. They are so hot. Oh my god. Yashisa. Let me actually put my hair back. Wait. Oh, hi guys. Hi Ngulisi. Where are my manners? Oh my gosh. Hi guys. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video by All Small Stuff. I happen to be All Small Stuff, and thank you so much for tuning in on yet another video. We're doing a sit down. I did promise you guys that we will be having more sit downs. I'm so sorry for the noise in the background. I have the sliding door open and Udola the dog Udola like thinks I'm talking to him, so he keeps coming to the door and like he's talking back at me because he thinks we're having a conversation. But on this video we are having a sit down. I had promised to do more sit downs than I've been doing. I have time this week. Una is away. Una is all the way in Eastern Cape with my mom for the holidays, so I have all the time in the world. My lips are dry. I want lip gloss. I was literally looking for my Inglot lip gloss, but I can't find it. I found this Essence one, so this is the one I'm gonna use. DT Una is away, so we literally no ways, no ways. Stick to the stuff you know. Don't mess. Stick to the status quo. I have some time on my hands, so I thought, why don't I record a sit down? I'll be talking about contraceptives. I did a video where it was a vlog, and I was going, I'm so close to the camera. I'm going to be that close when I actually start doing my makeup. Like that was just like here, like in my business. I did a vlog once where I went to my gynae to try and find out which contraceptive is best, especially because I was having problems with the previous one. So I actually want to tie my hair back. So I did promise that I would come back and I would tell you guys my contraceptive journey. So I don't even know how I want to tie my hair, all of it or half of it. So but basically Nina, I want to get into that. I'm not gonna tell you dollar guys. I'm not selling man's in phone busy. I wanted to come then tell you guys what what I'm on now, how it's treating me, but I will be going all the way back to how I ended up here. Okay, so that is what we're talking about today. I am not a medical professional. Might as well be, but I'm not. I'm not a medical professional. In absolutely no way is this any medical advice. I'm strictly telling you guys about my journey and how I got to where I am. I keep looking at the viewfinder and I'm so sorry. And because it is a makeup tutorial, I will be looking at my viewfinder a lot. It's not a makeup tutorial, man. It's a get ready with me. Sorry, English is not my mother's tongue. But yeah, the front door, every door, I have the sliding door open and it's so hot. I have the front door open and you guys will be hearing cars passing. So yeah, I'm having a glass of, I'm having some Jameson with apple cider just to get the blood going. Okay, let me tie my hair up. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna do my eyebrows. I'm gonna do everything on camera. I hope you guys enjoy this get ready with me. I hope it is informative, especially for those that do want to start looking at contraceptives. I will obviously only be talking about the contraceptives that I have tried. I won't be talking about everything and anything. And I do advise that because we have different bodies, you do your own research. Obviously seek medical advice or research, or for lack of a better term, is my camera skew or is it my eyes? But anyway, let us get right into the video. I will be showing you guys the products that I am using. Right now on my face, I washed it with, I almost said Cetaphil, CeraVe, however you pronounce it, and then I put on their moisturizer, and then I also put on some sunscreen from La Roche-Posay. So that is what's happening on my skin right now. I am about to prime it as well, and for primer I'm going to mix these two. I'm going to mix, no, I'm actually only going to use this one. Let me not mix. I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Mattifying because my skin does get oily, 1, and 2, I'm in front of really bright hot lights and it is summer outside, so you know. So guys, I will be showing you guys the makeup products that I use. I wanted to say before I even start with this that I know that I had promised you guys an update. Sun's motto. I know I had promised you guys an update. The time now is, I think, past 3 to 4, and people are coming back from work and school, especially school. So it is quite a busy time right now. But indeed, team, I promised you guys that I would update you guys on my smile journey. And I don't want it to come off as though I'm not an honest person, because if anything, I am an honest person. About the smile journey, I lost that thing here. I left it. It was giving me headaches. It was taking too long. I was taking too long to see results, and I felt like the what do you call, the effects are not worth the, I don't know, man. I was not enjoying myself, and I was like, no. So I just left it. I think I left it before I even gave birth. Yeah, no. So there is no update. I just left it, and my teeth are what they still were before that. So that is the update. I'm so sorry, guys. So now I'm going to go in with a green bar, sunlight green bar, and a spoolie, just to brush up my eyebrows and then get ready to fill them in. So let us get started. My contraceptive journey. So I also want to note that our bodies are different, right? So what works for me or what happens to my body might not be what will happen or what will work for you. What will happen to your body or what will work for you. Our bodies obviously react differently to, what is happening with my, your son, Gooby. I don't know what's happening there, but anyway, what happens to the effect that certain medication has on my body might not be the same effect that it will have on your body. A stupid example would be alcohol. Alcohol doesn't treat us the same. I think it's a very relatable example, if you ask me. Alcohol doesn't treat us the same, right? If I have 2 glasses of Jameson and you have 2 glasses of Jameson, it might not be the same effect, which is the same with hormones that contraceptives have, that it could treat us differently. I just wanted to make a relatable example that you guys will get. So I'm now going to go in with the Essence Brow Designer pencil. It's in the color brown, no? Should be, yes, number 2 brown. This also has a spoolie, but I prefer using my own spoolie. So Mina, I actually have notes here so that I don't forget stuff. I have like some notes. Don't zoom in and look at my handwriting. Don't do that. But all I'm showing you is that I actually have a few notes in case I forget some things. I really wanted to be prepared for this because if anything, it could help little girls that do want to like start contraceptives, or it could help adults that want to change their contraceptives, or this, that, and the other. So I wanted to make sure that I give factual information and I don't leave anything out. So Mina, I started my contraceptive journey in I'd like to say 2017, because I matriculated in 2015. 2016, in my first year, I wasn't on contraceptives, and then I started in 2017. So if you guys remember properly from my videos, I did tell you guys in depth on my skin journey that I'm a person who has chronic acne. Like, I have serious acne to the point where in high school they used to call me a lunch bar because I looked like Sana gooby, you know. I had bad acne, and then was it grade 11, my mom started taking me to a dermatologist because we had thought that it was puberty and it will eventually die down, but we just saw that it's actually getting more serious. So my mom took me to a dermatologist, and my dermatologist put me on Oratane, however you pronounce it. Oratane is pills that help with your acne. I think the other one is Acnetane. I was on both, Sana. That's how bad things were. But I started on Oratane, and Mina, my issue was whenever I saw my skin getting better, whenever I would look in the mirror and I'm like, pimples gone. What? You're lying. And then I'd leave the pills. Like, I wouldn't, because I think it's a 6-month course, if I could put it that way. And then now, if I see my skin getting better, I would stop. I wouldn't go the whole 6 months, you know. So obviously when you stop, the pimples are gone, but they'll only be gone for a short while because you didn't finish your course, and they would come back, you know. So I did that. I kept stopping, going back to the point where my my dermatologist got so tired of me. He was literally like, you know what? We can't keep pumping you with these pills. It will get to a point where your body doesn't react to these pills, because it was grade 11, grade 12, first year, second year, you know. And my gynae was like, you can't keep pumping you with these pills for so many years. This is only supposed to be a 6-month course, and if you continue, it might not be like the most prettiest thing for you as a young girl. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. So that scared me, you know. That comment really scared me. And that time, the last time, which was then in second year, 2017, he was like, I am not even going to put you back on Oratane. I'm not going to give you Acnetane. And this, if you don't finish this course and you stop, I will then have to stop prescribing stuff for you, and we'll have to look at other ways to clear your skin, you know. He was basically telling me he was giving up on me, but he just didn't use those words, but I got the picture. So then I got scared, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to finish this course. So I finished that Acnetane course, and that is why my skin is clear now. This was in 2017. We're now in 2023. I do have breakouts here and there, but they are not as bad. And I think you guys usually see on my vlogs when I'm breaking out, I'd have like a few pimples, but it's not like a really bad breakout like it used to be. I don't even have pictures of that time that I can put on the screen because it was not pretty. Who was trying to take pictures of acne? So in my scaredness, I finished that course. In finishing that course, do I want to talk while lining my what are these things? Eyebrows. I think it will be very disruptive, and you guys are going to get annoyed also. Me too. So I'm going to do that off camera. I'll be back in a second. For my lining, I am going to use the Makeup Forever cream concealer on the bottom of my brows, and then on the top of my brows I'm going to use foundation. So I will be back just now. Okay, I think I'm done with my eyebrows. What are these things? So as I was saying, so then I was now scared of, you know, getting the acne back. Like, even though now I am done with my course, I'm still scared because it used to come back all the time. And now, even though I know I've finished my course, I know that if it does come back, who will I go to? Because my dermatologist said he's done with my life, you know. So I then decided, let me get on contraceptives, because I've heard contraceptives actually clear out your skin. So that is how my contraceptive journey started. I wanted to clear up my skin. So for foundation, I'm going to use the Lancome foundation. I'm in the color, yo, they don't have names, they have numbers. I'm in the color 510N. No man, I've seen a color here. I haven't. Or am I thinking of my other foundations? Yo, Sana. Anyway, so that is how my contraceptive journey started. So I heard from my friends, now this is back in second year. It's not even like, I'm going to use my beauty blender. This beauty blender is from, what's that, the brushes people, what are they called, those brushes? Where are they? These brushes, what are they called, this brand? But you know what I'm trying to say. So you probably don't. You probably don't even know what she's trying to say. Anyway, so I heard from my friends back then that if you use what do you call these tablets, if you use contraceptive pills, you have to stick to a time. You have to take your contraceptives at the same time every single day, to the point where some of my friends would even have alarms on their phones to remind them to take their contraceptives, right? So they told me about it, and they're like, yeah, you have to take it at the same time every day. If you don't, so this is like now chats between girls, you know, it's not an informed chat, it's not a chat from like a healthcare professional. If you don't take it at the same time every single day, that's where you become fertile and you might fall pregnant. I'm like, what? You might fall pregnant if you forget to take it at the same time every day. And I was like, I am such a forgetful person. I'm such a forgetful person. I forget literally everything. So if I then like commit to these tablets and there's days where I forget to take them, I will fall pregnant. I ain't trying to fall pregnant. My mom literally said, if I fall pregnant at Beauts, she's going to stop paying for my fees, and all that money that she used to pay for my fees will now be used to take care of my child. So I was not trying to fall pregnant at Beauts. So I'm now thinking, okay, first of all, nobody wants that, so I'm definitely not going to take the tablets. I hadn't known about implants then. Literally, I think most of us, the first contraceptive method, you know, is either injection or pills, and I'm not speaking for everyone. So I was like, hey, rather I do the injection way, you know. So I then went and inquired about the injection at the, what is that place called, the wellness center thing at Beauts. Fast forward now, I decide, okay, I'm now going to go on the 2-month period. It's called nur something. No, it's on my paper actually. nur-isterate or something, however you pronounce it. It's a 2-month one. So this is back in 2017. I decided to take the 2-month injection. I'm now going to use the Huda Beauty Overachiever Concealer. Is there colors? Yeah, in the color Caramel Corn. So I then decide, okay, I'm going to do this contraceptive thing and I'm going to use the injection. So I book an appointment to go get this injection, and I still have like quite a few questions, but like, who will I ask, you know? So I go and I get it, and I had no side effects initially, and then when my period date came, no, you go when your period starts. Yes, you go on the first day of your period, if I remember correctly. And is it first day of your period? I don't remember, but I think I had to go first day of my period. And the injection on your butt, on your bum, apparently they're supposed to inject on a muscle. So they inject on your bum, and my period lasted, I think, close to 16 days. I was on my period for 16 days, and I was not having a great time, obviously. I was obviously not having a great time because I'm now on my period forever. But you know what? I actually went to go ask about it, like when I saw my period isn't stopping, and they're like, no, it's because the injection is, you just introduced the injection to your body, so it's reacting. Okay, cool, sharp. I asked how long will it last, this period, and they're like, no, it just literally depends on when your body has accepted this foreign liquid in your bloodstream. And I was like, Jesu, so okay, cool. I didn't mind. I think it lasted 16 days. After 16 days, it stopped. And when I say it stopped completely. After that, even every time I would go get re-injected after 2 months, my period never came back. I never saw my period again. And so the first month I went for 16 days, remember? I went for 16 days on my period, and then the next month I didn't get my period. And then now my date to go back and go get my other injection is coming up, and I still haven't gotten my period for the second month. So when I go to get the injection, I'm like, hey, nurse. And I wasn't sexually active, so I knew I couldn't be pregnant. You know, I couldn't be pregnant. So I'll tell the nurse that I haven't seen my period after seeing it for 16 days. And I'm not doing guys. In my head, I thought because I was bleeding for 16 days, that means my blood finished. My period blood has now finished, it's depleted. That 16 days has depleted all my blood, my period blood. So I don't have period blood anymore. And I was worried because where's my period blood? You know, it was before I knew in depth about like periods or whatever. So the nurse tells me, no, this injection sometimes either suppresses your periods and you get them for shorter periods and no period pains at all, or it just stops your period. And I was like, you're lying. You're lying. Like, are you telling me that I will never have a period for the rest of my life? Thank you, Jesus. That is exactly what I want. I hated periods. Still do. I hate periods. Like, I don't understand why we have to go through that. So I was just really happy. I'm like, okay, cool. My life goes on. So what that does, the 2 months injection, is that it stops your egg. The hormone that is injected into you, it stops your egg from leaving the ovaries. Well, the egg is, but you know how your female parts are built. It's like a flower that's opening like that, and then your eggs are at the end. And then every time you get your period, the reason you get your period is because that egg then comes into your fallopian tubes, and then through your fallopian, I did life science, guys. I just have to tell you guys this. It goes through your fallopian tubes down to your uterus, that and the other. And then that's why you bleed, because your walls have now cucumellaed to make sure that this egg is going to stick after it is now fertilized. It's going to stick to your wall, and that's how your baby is born. And the reason why your blood comes out during your period is because that wall is now tearing down, because nothing stuck to it. So it's like, oh dog, I worked out for nothing, now I'm buff, and now nothing happened, so now I have to let go of all these muscles, and that's the blood that is coming out. So what that contraceptive does is it stops the egg from even going up your tubes at all. So there is no egg going through the tubes to be fertilized in the uterus, so that's how you don't get pregnant. I guess then I don't know how to make sense of why you then don't get the blood. Sorry, this is the L'Oreal Infallible More Than Concealer. It's in the color Amber 332. I literally always use this one. I think you guys are already used to it by now. I'm so sorry for the up and down lighting. You know what? It's fine. I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Setting Powder in the color Kunafa. This is what I'm going to use. I'm just going to prepare it before I even blend that out, because I don't want my under eye to crease, especially with this heat coming from these lights. So as I was saying, I don't know the mechanism behind why you don't get your period. Maybe the wall doesn't thicken up, I don't know, but yeah, that is how I didn't get my period throughout. So I did it 2017, 2018. I won't lie, guys, I'm somebody that doesn't see things through. So in as much as I didn't see through the urethane, I 1000% did not see through the injection either. I was telling myself some months with your son, I'm not even sexually active, like, and my skin is clear, so there's no point in me going this month, I'll just see it next time, you know, type of thing. So but my period never ever came, and that was perfectly fine with me. I'm now patting in the setting powder. So 2017, 2018, 2019, and then I get to those periods where I'll stop. So I think for some time after 2018, during 2018, not after, for some time during 2018, I had stopped. I'd stopped going to go get my 2 months injection. And then I started dating my boyfriend, who is now my husband. I started dating him, and yeah, man, one thing led to another. We don't have to get into specifics. Una's proof of what led to what. And then I decided to go back on contraceptives. Don't do it. Don't do what I did. I decided to go back on contraceptives because we were not trying to have a baby. Doya! Kulma ne camera, face. Kulma ne camera. He probably thinks I'm going crazy. So I went back to contraceptives. I tried to go back to contraceptives, let me put it that way, because I then went to Dis-Chem, right? I went to Dis-Chem to go get my injection. I got it. Nah? I got my injection the first time. This is now the first time in like about a year that I'm now back on contraceptives. I go back to my 2 months because stick to the stuff you know. And what I know is this 2 month nur-isterate, however you pronounce it. So I go to Dis-Chem and I get it, and then the following, and then I went on my period for like a really long time. Now this was because now I'm like, oh no, this is how it gets introduced to your bloodstream. Like my period will go back to normal in a while, let me just stick it through. Guys, it didn't stop. 30 days I was just like, no. And I hate seeing my period. I hate seeing my, guys, there's nothing that will put me in a worse mood than seeing my period. Like, no. So I then went back to Dis-Chem to try and go get the 2nd month contraceptives, but I'm still on my period from the 1st month. And I remember I was standing in the middle of Dis-Chem at Dainfin about to go get those contraceptives, and I called my then boyfriend, and I was like, bro, like I'm about to go get this thing again, and I haven't stopped my period since my period started the last time. Like, I'm so annoyed because I feel like if I get this injection now, it's going to now prolong this period stopping. So do you think I should wait until the period stops and then I will come back and get my injection again, or do you think I should just get it? He's like, you know what, you've been complaining about this period, that it's annoying you and it's not going away. How about we stop this contraceptive? Let's stop this contraceptive thing. Like, let's stop this contraceptive thing. Now, where does this come from? It comes from the fact that when he was still shelling me, because I shella back in 2019 is when I had the what is it called, surgery. When I had the surgery in 2019, I think October, I had the surgery in October. Him and him actually made it official December 2019. But in October, he began trying to get me to like him and all of that. And I was in hospital, and then I got the surgery, and then the doctor told me that I couldn't have kids anymore. And then in November, I then missed my exam. You guys remember the story? If you don't know the story, please try go back to my videos. You will find it somewhere in the story times, especially the birth ones, especially in the ones where did I steal my friend's boyfriend one, all of that. So we knew that we couldn't have kids. I remember when he I remember when he came to visit me in the hospital, I told him what the doctor had just told me, and he was like, oh, okay. And then when we made it official in November, I was like, bro, we can't have kids if we date. Like, if you and I decide to do anything, and it eventually lasts or whatever, man, I just, like, you guys get me, like, if say jola, I mean, I'll never be able to give you kids. Are you sure I'm the one you want to jola? And it's like, first of all, the first time he said, no, we'll adopt in I don't mind, go show him. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then I think the second time we had the conversation months later, he's like, me I'm Tsonga, I trust myself in yabo. So make I play but I'm trepile. So now fast forward, we're in 2020 now. I'm standing in the middle of this camp about to get my injection, and he's like, no, leave this injection thing. What's the worst that can happen? Because Vela, we can't fall pregnant naturally, you know? So it was like, oh, okay, cool. Guys, I want to try out LD Cosmetics Contour Compact Palette. Please do check her out on Instagram. She sent me these two. One is a liquid contour and one is a powder contour. I hope it's focused. I can't see the screen. I want to try the liquid one. Yeah, it's this one. I have shown you guys these brushes in a vlog. Ooh, they have a nice printing of her business name. Isn't that cute? That's very cute. Guys, Loretta is so professional. Like, she's like an actual like businesswoman. It amazes me so much because I used to follow her on Twitter from like a very long time ago, and like how good her business is doing is like, oh my gosh, every time. Because wow, look at this liquid contour, guys. Just look at this goodness. Just look at this. Like the branding, everything is just like, you know what? Anyway, so I then decide, you know what? Okay, let me not get this contraceptive because, you know, boyfriend is raising valid points, 1, and 2, I'm so annoyed by like this non-stop bleeding, right? So I then don't get this is now September 2022, I remember. Was it September? Yeah, around that time, somewhere, but it was 2020. Yo, why am I saying 2022? It was mid-year or like after mid-year 2022. Now, we decided to stop the contraceptive sharp. I remember I used to do IG lives, and like people would ask me on my IG live what contraceptive I'm using since I'm living with my boyfriend, and I literally be like, we literally use the blood of the lamb. He said he will never leave us nor forsake us. So we had the faith of a mustard seed, child. The faith of a mustard seed. Faith of a mustard seed is now in Eastern Cape with my mom for holidays, by the way. I then stopped this this contraceptive. So that was literally the last time I used my 2 months contraceptive. Kuba ndithembe indoda sana. Ndithembe indoda, and like, yeah, it did clear up my skin definitely, and it took away my period. So that's what I can say about it, the experience that I had with it. So fast forward 2021, I fall pregnant because the contraceptive does take I think 10 to 12 months to leave your system. So once it was out of my system, I literally fell pregnant, and then we had the baby, and then after the baby we wanted to go back on contraceptives because clearly those doctors that told me I couldn't fall pregnant should be raising this child, if we are being honest, but asikho lapho. So we decided, okay, clearly I am able to have kids, so let us make sure that it doesn't happen again anytime soon, you know. So I then decided to now try another contraceptive method. Well, I wanted to go back on the injection because I trust the injection, I know it works, so I want to go back on the injection. I'm going to use that powder again just to clean up here by my nose. We know it works, and we know it takes my period away, which is what I hate the most. So I wanted to go back on the contraceptive, and then I asked my gynae. My gynae is like, no, if you go back on the 2 months, the 2 months has a hormone that will suppress your milk supply, and I was breastfeeding at the time. You have a hormone, it has a hormone that will suppress your breast milk supply. Your breast supply, god damn, I have a lot of that. It will suppress your milk supply. So try the 3 month one. Okay, I get on the 3 month injection. Worst decision of my life, guys. I'm going with the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the color 352 Truffle. If there's one thing I regret doing, it is going on that 3 month injection. Oh guys, I almost said I saw my mother, and then I remembered that she sometimes watches my channel, so I didn't say that. But I saw things, yeah, like my experience with the 3 month what's this thing called, injection, was even worse than pregnancy, guys. Anyway, so I start going on the 3 month whatever you call it, what is it called, contraceptive. Cool, cute, lovely, nice. Remember I told you guys in the other tutorial that I spray for every layer because I want it to last. I'm not going anywhere today, so I don't mind if it doesn't last. That's why I'm just continuing going and living my best life. Worst decision of my life was going on that 3 month contraceptive. If I could take anything back in my life, would be that. So I started going on it. First month, periods obviously came back, but I was like, oh, okay, no, that's fine, because I know that's how my body, I've now learned that is how my body gets used to something in my system. And I was completely okay with it because I told myself, you know what, I will stick it through because I'm not trying to fall pregnant again. Like, even if I then go on my period for 40 days and 40 nights, it's fine. Like, it's fine, because I'm not trying to have another baby while my baby's an infant. We are not doing that. So cool, fast forward, that is cute, that is lovely. I start my period after the contraceptive. I think it lasted for a week or so. So I was like, oh, cute. I had faith, Uti, this is going to be nice. It wasn't. Guys, when I tell you, I had the worst anxiety attacks. I had the worst anxiety. I don't know why I'm touching my face as though I'm not busy with my makeup. But anyway, I think it's the frustration of remembering what I went through. I had the worst anxiety attacks. I would literally just be sitting and I would be like, something's wrong. Something's wrong. and my it'd be like, what's wrong? Like, I don't know, but something's wrong. Like the anxiety it gave me, I would always be worried about something. Ask me what that something is, I don't know, but I'm worried. Okay, I'm worried. Yo, I'm going to use the Essence Make Me Brow Gel. Sananditi, I had the worst anxiety and the shame. I'm not foreign to anxiety, you know, but anxiety for it isn't as koyo, not as ngeko. I would just be literally chilling and I would literally tell my husband, like, I'm not okay, like, no valo. And be like, what's wrong? And I'd be like, I don't know, but no valo. And but I just have random anxiety nje. Yo, sana dingafanga ndimncinci soze ndiphinde ndife. So I would have those random anxiety attacks. Not even like, it wasn't like attacks often, but I would be anxious quite often. Attacks, like, when I say often, I'd have an anxiety attack maybe once every 2 months. And shame, as much as ndingumuntu onedrama nomzimba wami unedrama, my body goes to extremes. Like, if I feel something, my body will go to an extreme about it. Like, it could be something small, but my body will feel like, if my heart is sore, I will literally be physically sick, you know, like my body just does extremes. So it gave me anxiety, it gave me heart palpitations. It was just a mess, guys. I hate it, absolutely hate it. But that is like compared to the fact that the weight I gained. The weight, I was massive. Guys, I was massive, and I still have side effects of that weight today because I have a double chin now. If you guys can see it, it won't go away. It won't go away. Like, I can work out, I've lost weight everywhere else except for this double chin and my arms. Like, can you guys see that? And that is weight gain from the contraceptive. I gained weight, and obviously my tummy just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger, whereas after the baby I had lost weight. But then I could also attribute that to the fact that I had stopped breastfeeding. And breastfeeding helps you lose weight after the baby, and once you stop, the weight sometimes comes back. So I don't know with my tummy weight if it was me stopping breastfeeding or the injection. But my proof could be, now that I've changed the injection, I've lost weight. So I don't know, but I literally hate how my face is, guys. Like, yeah. And thighs, my thighs grew. And that is why I think in one of my premieres, I was doing a vlog and I decided to premiere it, and somebody was like, oh, you kahle when you kiss when, and I was just like, no, I don't. But I can see that I've now developed one because I've now grown inner thigh fat, you know, whereas I've never had inner thigh fat, to the point where it's changed how I walk, you know, because obviously you must make space for the fat type of thing. You get what I'm trying to say. But like, my walk has even changed. Like, guys. Yeah. So I then had all these horrible experiences. I had weight gain, I had anxiety, I had mood swings. Horrible experience, I won't lie. I think it lasted 6 months. How many times did I go for my 3-month injection? 1, 2, I think I went 3 times, so 9 months? 6 or 9 months, I'm not sure. I'm going to use my Morongo Cosmetics Contour Blush and Highlight Palette. Morongo Cosmetics on Instagram. I'm going to use this orange blush. So, long story short, I then decided, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I need a change. But remember, my period came for a week in the beginning, and then it stopped. And then it stopped completely, and I was like, okay, so maybe injections velum that they stopped my period. You know, my period stopped completely for the rest of my injection duration. Cool, very happy, very pleased with the period part. So then when I then went hunting for another injection, did I mention mood swings? And the thing with me is I'm very self-aware. I can feel when my mood is changing, and if I'm chilling with people, or if I'm chilling with my husband or anyone, I will literally say, but my mood is about to be swag. I'm not upset at you, I'm not upset at anything, but it's just right now my body's not happy about something and I don't know what it is, you know. So it would be mood swings and just randomly, guys. I didn't want to chill with people anymore because I now had anxiety over the mood swings. I had anxiety about mood swings. You get what it was, just spiraling. Sada, like thinking about it just upsets me. That's the fuck, because where was I going? Because I feel like I won't lie to you guys, I know it sounds like I'm being very dramatic right now, and I think I'm being dramatic because I'm the one that experienced it, and the after effects are now being dealt with by me. So I'm the only one that knows like how deep it is, that it is the worst decision of my life. Going on that contraceptives was the worst decision I could have ever done in my entire gladly life. Yeah. I then go to my gynae and I tell her, listen, I want a new contraceptive. I don't know what to get. The internet is not really giving me much information. You are my only option. I want a contraceptive that will not make me gain weight and will stop my period at the same time. I don't want to see my period. I'm so happy with not seeing my period, but I'm not willing to stick with this horrible contraceptive just because I don't want to see my period. Like, if it means that other contraceptives will make me see my period, then it's fine. I will change to them as long as I'm not gaining weight, you know? And I feel like you guys know I've been a person that I've struggled with weight my whole life. If I'm not too big, I'm too small. If I'm not too small, I'm too big. So my weight has always been a problem. I think one of my biggest life struggles is weight. I'm going to use the MAC Fix-It spray in the color rose. Not color. In the flavor or whatever. Rosé. No, there's no A, it's a rose. This is a hydrating spray also. My gynae takes out her chart of, if you guys like have been to gynaes, you know they have this little chart thing that looks like that calendar thing. She takes out a beautiful chart and she shows me this contraceptive that I've never heard of in my life. So now at this point, this was this year, because we had moved to this house already. Yeah, you guys remember that vlog where I told you guys that I'm going to go get I'm going to go get advice from my gynae. At this point in my life, I know about implants. I was against implants because I have many friends, not many, have a couple of friends that have fallen pregnant while having the implant on their arm. I ain't trying to fall pregnant, okay? Many people have fallen pregnant with the implant on their arms. Two, my thing with the pills is the time thing again, one, and two, I do not have the commitment of taking it every single day. I'm so sorry. Even antibiotics I don't take every day. I'm so sorry. And people also report that they give them bad mood swings. They give them headaches. I'm one person that does not like pain, so I'm not trying to have random headaches just because the sky is blue. Can we not do that? So it's that. And then I also know about the injections. I also know about the loop. The loop, I've heard good babies come out holding the loop like this, but whatever, you know. So I asked her about my options, and literally one of my options was to take out my whole womb. I asked her, I think at the last doctor's visit, after Una was born. Shit, I left this thing upstairs. Oh my god, really? Oi, really, bro? I left this palette upstairs that I want to use. Anyway, so I go to her office and I tell her all of my wants and needs. She takes out this chart and she's like, what would be perfect for you is an IUS. At this point, I've never heard of an IUS. I've only heard of an IUD. And I'm like, oh God, what's that? Because even the internet didn't tell me. I'm using the Makeup Revolution pencil in color black. I think the thingy has rubbed off a little bit. The name has rubbed off a little bit because I use this a lot. It is literally my number one. So what's that? Oh, it's a reflection. So she tells me about an IUS. I'm like, ma'am, what is that? So she's like, no, it's a similar device to the IUD, but the difference is that the IUD takes out copper. This one doesn't take out copper, it takes out hormones. So I'm like, tell me more, you know? And she's like, no, it will be inserted like an IUD. It will sit like an IUD, but the only difference is what it takes out into your body. I made a mess. Can I see? I made a mess. The only difference is that it won't take out copper, and that is why people that have an IUD have like really hectic period pains. And I don't want period. Oh, imagine the pains. She tells me about the IUS, and she's like, do you want it? I'm like, do I want it? Yes. But I will obviously go do more, more research at home. She did answer a lot of the questions I had. Guys, my gynae is amazing. Dr. Ndlovu at Olivedale, amazing. She's amazing. So she answered all of my questions. My one thing was, because you are now inserting a device in me, one, will I feel it? Like if I touch my tummy, will I feel it? Two, during stuff, will my husband feel it? Or will, like, you know how people who have C-sections, I'm one of them, feel cold when it's cold, they feel pain. Okay, I don't feel pain because I was sewn on the inside and not on the outside. But will I have those type of effects, you know, after effects and whatever? And she's like, no, people actually report none of that. So I wanted to go then do my own research, look at reviews and all of that. Cool. So she then gives me a prescription. The prescription, I think it was antibiotics, because you're gonna need antibiotics afterwards so that you don't get an infection. Antibiotics, painkillers, the device, the IUS device. What else was in there? We decided that I'm going to use black pomade for under my eyes, because the palette that the Makeup Revolution palette that I always use for this part of the makeup tutorial is upstairs and nobody's going there. It's chow. So I had the conversation with my husband, asked for his thoughts. We looked at reviews. We literally did our research and everything, and we decided this is actually something that is going to work for us. I'm actually doing, let me come close. So we decided this is what is going to work for us. So when I went to go see my gynae, I went under medical aid. So everything, not everything, but most things that I do them under medical aid. So I then went to the chemist and I went to the chemist and I got what the gynae said I must get. I think my medical aid, I don't know if you do it cash, how much it will be, but for medical aid for the device alone was 1,000 and something, and then obviously the antibiotics and the painkillers, I think it summed up to like 1.3, 1.4 around there. But that was under medical aid, that wasn't cash. And also remember to include the doctor's consultation before, and then the doctor is going to insert it. So it's 2 doctor's consultations, 2 gynae consultations, plus the prescription, which is 1,000 and something. So we could sum it up to maybe 3K. Yeah, if not 2.89, 3K. So cool, the day now comes. I set an appointment. The appointment is supposed to take 20 minutes, tops 15 to 20 minutes. I get there, I do this thing. It felt like if you had a pap smear. In the pap smear, this is about to get very gruesome, I apologize. They open up your vagina with a very big thing. They open it up and then they put a really long earbud, and then they take all the DNA there, and then they go test that DNA to check if everything is okay. People that have been pregnant know what I'm talking about, okay? So, but even if you're not pregnant, you're supposed to be going for your pap smears, guys. Please, hey, make sure that your women health, female reproductional health is always, because that thing looks for, it does not only look for pregnancy things, it also looks for STIs. If your what is this thing, what is that thing called, what is it called, your vaginal health thing, what is it called? Yo, Sana, I'm so sorry, I forgot the name, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Your flora. What is your flora called? Like the proper word, the layman's term for your flora. Sensei life science, guys. Sazo flora. I will write it on the screen because I will Google it, but not now. So cool. Fine, cute. So they use that. They use that opening thing, but now obviously it's not a surgical procedure, it's a semi-surgical procedure, because there's no cutting or anything, but they go internally, like they're going to insert the device all the way up. It is uncomfortable, I won't lie. As uncomfortable as a thingy is, what is it called, what is the thing that I'm talking about, pap smear. It's as uncomfortable as a pap smear, but the only difference is that now, after this thing has been inserted in you, it will, you might have period-like pains for the next few days. That's why they prescribe the painkillers. You might feel like you have period pains, but it's not even like hectic period pains. It's like minor, you know, like just a little pain, and literally 1 tablet will take it away type of thing. It's not like hectic, like oh my gosh I'm dying type of period pains. So you'll feel like a little bit of period pains for the next few days. So as you take as you have the period pains or whatever, if you will, because our bodies are different, I did, but you will also need to be taking your antibiotics so that you don't you don't get infections, because there's a foreign object in your body. Remember, there's a foreign, but there is also a risk of your body rejecting the whole device. There is some women have reported that their bodies rejected the device and it just came out, and as much as the doctor tries to put it back in again, it just comes back out. Like your body wants to fall pregnant. It doesn't want this. It doesn't want this thing, ma'am. So what does this device do to your body, right? The sun has gone down. I think you guys now see a change in my lighting, but it's fine. What does this device do to your body? It releases progesterone. however you pronounce it. Different places pronounce it differently. In this house, we will pronounce it progesterone. I want to try this new lip gloss that I got from Essence. You guys know I'm a sucker for brown matte lips. I want to see how it looks. It's the 8-hour matte liquid lipstick. If you can focus, that would be great. Yeah. The color, we don't know. The color is cinnamon spice. So, oh guys, I'm a sucker for brown lipstick. Eh? I think I have like 17 brown lipsticks, different shades of brown. So it releases this hormone, progesterone, onto your body, right? Ooh, I like this. Guys, I suck at pronouncing things, so I'll just write the word on the screen and then you guys will know what I'm talking about. What does it do to your body? It thickens the lining of your womb, right? So that the sperm can't go up to then go and not the sperm. I'm not doing that for the sperm, I'm doing that for me. It goes all the way up so that the sperm, no man, it thickens your walls. It thickens your womb wall so that the sperm does not have leeway to go up. But then it also thins the lining that is supposed to kukumala when the egg comes, and then once the egg is fertilized, it sticks, and then that's how the baby is made, which is what we are trying to avoid most of all. It thins that so that once the egg is now in your uterus, it has nowhere to stick to. So that is what this IUS does. This looks good. Are you lying? Are you lying? No. So in it thinning that so that the egg doesn't stick. Some people do ovulate on it, so that your egg does come down. Some people don't ovulate at all. I think I'm one of the, I don't know, because I don't get my period. I don't get my period, but I do have pain. I do have period pains, but they last one day. And Nakona, it's not even one day. They last in the morning. I take painkillers. I'm good for the rest of the day. But I know once I get that pain, this is when I'm supposed to be bleeding, type of thing. And as a woman who knows your reproductive health, you know you don't smell the same throughout the month. Sometimes you smell like metal, sometimes you smell like nothing at all, sometimes you smell like a vagina, you know. So I know I have those times of the month where I will have metal smelling discharge, and some months I will, not some months, man, some parts of the month I don't smell like nothing at all, and some months I just smell like a normal vagina. So I know that my body does go through those changes, but what I don't know is whether maybe I should buy an ovulation test just to check. I don't know if I ovulate or not, but I get pain. I get period pains. I don't bleed. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, I just thought I'd let my hair down because I'm like done with my makeup tutorial thing. Get ready with me thing. I hope this one, when he comes home, he'll see how pretty I look and decide to like take me out somewhere. I don't even cook, so it's treating me very good. I don't break out unless I like use the wrong soap. For example, if we go somewhere and I've forgotten my soap here, excuse me, if I've forgotten my soap at home and I use Dove or something like that, I know I will break out on my face. There's certain times of the month where my skin just breaks out just for just, but I do know the fact that most of the month I'm not breaking out. That means it's not it. It's probably like just my hormones fluctuating or whatever. This lasts for 7 years. It lasts for 7 years, but my doctor said in the 5th year I have to come check if everything is still fine. Apparently when you stick your finger in, you're supposed to feel little strings. I haven't done that. I'm not trying to do that. I trust that it's there and I trust that it's fine. So for most people, not for most people, for some people, very few, very unlikely that it's rejected by your body, but also for some people it moves. That's why you must go for checkups to make sure that everything is still intact. It moves, and once it moves, you are at a risk of an ectopic pregnancy. Nobody wants that, okay? Nobody wants to. An ectopic pregnancy, if you don't know, it's when your egg leaves the flower pot and goes into the tubes, and then in the tubes the sperm meets it halfway, and then your egg is fertilized in your tube. It can't grow in there, so it's an ectopic pregnancy, that your pregnancy doesn't grow or develop like how it's supposed to. Not a lovely experience at all, so nobody wants to go through that. But yeah, I definitely am having the time of my life with my current option. No weight gain, no anxiety, no mood swings. I'm fine. I feel like this is the best contraceptive, and I'm saying the best over the 2 months one, because the 2 months one I have to go every 2 months. This one I'm just chilled for the rest of my life. Obviously you can take it out if you decide to have kids before the time that it's supposed to come out. I do know that in South Africa, well, okay, let me not say South Africa, the one I have, my doctor specifically told me is going to last you 7 years. I do know that in other countries theirs is 5 years. It doesn't go all the way up to 7. We also do know that South African Department of Health, or our health services in South Africa, are much better than others and more advanced than others. Our bank sector, our health sector is just up there, you know, for a third world country. Trust me, we're doing very well. But yes, that is my contraceptive journey. I feel like this video is going to be quite long, and I'm loving my lipstick. I can't stop staring at it. That is my contraceptive journey. If you do have any questions, just pop them down in the in the comments below, and I will answer anything you might have. This is just a cute look that I decided to do for you guys. I do hope you like it. Please do not forget to like, please do not forget to comment, and please do not forget to subscribe. I love you guys to the moon and back, and to the moon again and back again, and so on and so forth. Bye. I'm not a healthcare professional. No, before we say bye, I do want to say contraceptives, and I know this should be public knowledge, but we can't always assume that just because we know something, everybody else knows it. You know, we are not all exposed to the same resources. We are not all exposed to the same amount of information or quality of information, for lack of a better term. But I do want to say, guys, especially young girls, maybe even old girls, because I don't know, Sana, you might be living under a rock. Contraceptives only prevent pregnancy. Nakona, they prevented 99.9%. They don't prevent it 100%. So out of 100 women, one woman will fall pregnant. Yes, my math is correct. Ooh, my husband is going to watch this video and be like, baby, yes, it's correct. Out of 100 women, 99. Yes, out of 100 women, one woman will fall pregnant. So it is quite good in preventing pregnancy, okay? In as much as we know people that have been on contraceptives and they ended up falling pregnant, how many people do you know that were on contraceptives and they didn't fall pregnant and it works for them, you know? For example, me, it works for me. When I'm on contraceptives, I don't fall pregnant. When I'm not, I do, you know? It's just how it works. But one thing contraceptives do not do is prevent STI, guys. One thing contraceptives do not do is prevent STIs. Please keep this in mind, that when you have unprotected sex, protected does not mean with contraceptives, it means with a condom. For you to be protected, you have to use a condom. That is how you prevent STIs. Contraceptives do not prevent STIs or STDs or STUs or STZs, okay? Don't ask me what those are, but please do condomize. If you are having unprotected sex, you are at a risk of having STIs. And this goes for whether you are in a relationship, whether it's a one-night stand, whether it's a boyfriend. Guys, there's certain STIs that are healable, and you can go to the clinic, get on medication, get on antibiotics, and it's gone. And you have certain, please Google it. You have certain contraceptives, certain STIs that never go away. They just come back once in a while. Mouth herpes, all of that, they never ever go away. you know. I just want you guys to be careful in that, because I would love to have you guys here as subscribers for a very long time. It might be selfish of me to be giving you this information, because I want you guys to stay here and to not be sick and then now no longer be on YouTube type of thing. But yes, I love you guys to the moon and back, and to the moon again and back again, and so on and so forth. Bye.